Cultural sociology is a field of sociology that looks at the way cultural meanings and cultural practices shape social life and social institutions. How do people interpret what they see in everyday life? What sort of cultural repertoires do they bring in understanding what people do, how things operate, what's important in life, what's unimportant in life? Miche Lamont is a professor of cultural sociology at Harvard University. She also is one of the most prominent cultural sociologists of this moment. And she is most known for her framework for understanding differences between countries and differences between groups without making this into an essentialist, determinist framework.
The work of Michelle is very much about these concrete forms of boundary making. She, of course, acknowledged that there are all kinds of differences out there in society, but she very nicely and importantly shows how those differentiations out there get transformed into very bright boundaries among groups based on class, on gender, on race. She shows the cultural repertoires, the type of justifications people use in order to establish their own position in the world. In a way, not many sociologists did. Many of my colleagues, but also many PhD students, use her work. We use her work also in teaching. And she has been visiting, therefore, also the UVA. And we have almost annual meetings with her and other sociologists in the US who work more or less in the same kind of tradition. So the bonds are very, very close.
She's also a very good empirical researcher. She has done research in France, in the United States, and also in collaboration with others in other countries around the world.
I realized that I know her from her first book. So this first book, so her dissertation on France and the US, was immediately very famous. So she's already a very important figure in sociology in the world for more than 30 years now.
Miche Lamont deserves an honorary doctorate because she helped us understand the role of cultural processes in shaping social life, but also in shaping social inequalities. Second, she deserves an honorary doctorate for her bridging function between European and American sociology.
She's really dealing with the big topics of today's society, and we really have big problems out there. So we desperately need sociologists like Miche Lamont.